Well, that's new.
Yeah.
Welcome to part 3 of our Brazilian-inspired episode where we compare songs by similar genre rather than artist. This episode features 2 songs from the harpist and singer-songwriter SoJeong.
Singer, instrumentalist, the whole bit.
Yes, so the first song you'll be reacting to is her 2018 release, Moon on a Rainbow.
About how the moon and a rainbow cannot exist together and can never meet each other. However, in the song, SoJeong as a moon finally meets a rainbow who heals her broken heart.
With her whispering voice, the first part of the lyrics sings how she remembers a past breakup and how the memory of it faded away after she met her new love. And the second part is about how hopeful the new love is and how unexpected but natural the new love fills up her heart.
You know, we can interpret it in a cliched way where like this romance is against all odds and they've met. But we can interpret it very depressingly too, where like it just doesn't exist.
It just doesn't work.
Doesn't exist. Go. It's a rap.
I thought we were just gonna toss it.
Wait, this is not what I expected.
Okay. Dun, dun. Okay. Okay, bossa.
For a second, I thought it was more like they were just being influenced by bossa nova, but in the intro, because it sounded really poppy, but now it's like, I can hear it.
Yeah. Ooh. So many of these Brazilian style songs start on the 2-5. They go 2, they go 5, and then they either oscillate back and forth, or they resolve, or they go into the minor. But the 2-5 is always the first 2 chords.
It's not a compelling melody, but it is so far, I think, at least for me, I think this is the best texture we've heard so far.
You have to also wonder too, like the way the vocalists are singing and phrasing, especially the woman, reminds me a lot of Astrid Gilberto, who like, she's a very famous Brazilian singer, and just like the way that they sing, like, you know, she was the first person to kind of do, or one of the first to like do stuff like that. So it's just interesting that like they're still, I don't know, that's the sound, right? Like how you'd sing over something like this.
Solo. Hey, Ashley. Oh. I was just gonna say the song was getting repetitive, but then this happens.
Well, that's new.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Back at home. Back at home.
It's a little adventure.
Yeah.
Found the rainbow, you know.
There's almost a ghostly, non-expressive quality to her voice. It's like almost apathetic. It's interesting. Oh.
Some of the like where it goes harmonically is kind of like weird.
Yeah, there's like a couple seconds. It's just like pretty much the same. Not in a bad way, but like, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And it's just like
And then they really go somewhere, and you're kind of like,
Yeah.
wow, that was distant.
I love her voice, like with the repetition. Whatever. It just sounds so cool. This is such a weird song.
What is that interval?
I love that guitar aspect.
They're just doing thirds. It's cool.
One more harp solo.
Okay, D minor.
E minor. F major.
F major. Oh, G major.
C major
Oh.
scale.
And it resolved! Yes, queen! Oh!
Did she like do classical training?
Probably. That just like went.
I mean, it sounds like it, and I feel like in order to play the harp, you
But
kind of like
hold
have
up,
to do that.
hold up. All her like twinkly stuff was a little bit more like saucy and had some like accidentals, and it wasn't major. But at the end, it sounded like a happy little toy box. It was like, bling. What does that mean? What does this mean?
I feel like this was more almost like a pop orchestra kind of vibe, you know, like with how it was orchestrated. I thought some of the harmonies were interesting.
The transitions.
Yeah,
They were
especially
weird.
like the bridge or like whatever the interlude was, that one part.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't know where that was going.
Yeah,
That
I
was
had no idea either.
Weird. And then it just kind of got back, sort of, and then it really got back to like, you know, the really stable part.
I admire it. I appreciate it. By the end of the song, I think I realized the chorus is a little repetitive for me, but the vocals are just so dreamy, and the harp sound is so plucky and so in your face. And I'm not sure if they go together very well for what the song is going for. Especially if she chooses to deliver her vocals in a way that's so dreamy, so soft-spoken, and again, almost apathetic. Yeah, the harp is just a little too contrasting. Maybe the harp is the rainbow and she's the moon. Okay. But still, I think it's a little too steely. That's the word. The harp sounds a little too steely. Yeah.
It's something I noticed. It's like when Kevin was doing the like when he was moving his body like that, there's like, I thought about the motion of sine graphs or cosine graph, however you want to picture it, or tan graphs. I think sine, cosine. But just going up and down where there's this oscillating feeling where everything's stuffed at the top, almost like a roller coaster with the effects of gravity. You just kind of swoop down and you're going up and you come back down. And I felt that for the entirety of the song, which was quite nice. You know, just to be able to play around the tempo. Because it's not just going in a uniform speed. It's faster here, it's slower, and they can really stretch that out. It's like, oh, how long are they going to stay up here? And then how fast are they going to go? And they really went for that.
The harp, she's so freaking good. Like she's got a great voice. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's like that harp solo in the middle was pretty badass, in my opinion.
Well, what's cool is it wasn't even a solo. It was like a integral part of the music. Like, it was planned and situated in the form appropriately. Yeah, that's really cool that she like actually is using them like her main instrument, not as just a chordal thing or like supporting, but like integrally, crucially in her music.
Next, you'll be reacting to her 2019 release, Sweet My Spring, about spring and love, when she had found a note from her old diary saying, "When you smile, you look like a blooming flower. This spring that my ardent love comes around, I will tell you. I love you, I love you."
The harp in this song was written to sound like whirling floral leaves, and the somewhat shallow harmony shows a hint that love hurts sometimes. However, the last of the interlude is a bright and cute melody that represents love overshadowing any sorrow.
Sweet my spring, sweat my spring.
No.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Syncopation. I feel so influenced by Brazil.
What's up?
It sounds like a movie. It's like
Yeah.
very, very cute.
I kind of like this one already better than the last one.
Yeah. Very pensive.
I like the little guitar percussion sound, and they sometimes appear. There's no pattern or anything. It's great.
Very abrupt.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see that.
Yeah. See.
Oh, it's interesting. It kind of builds up. It's very silent and it builds up.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot of like counter lines, and it's all orchestrated, like not just repeating.
Yeah, definitely.
I like her lines. Her melody lines are very good.
I think the vocals are a little bit distracting, at least at this stage in the game. I feel like since we haven't seen all the parts of the song yet, it's weird to have so much floral writing.
There's like
Still
a
really good harp playing.
I feel like it's like this is kind of unique style to her. It sounds different than stuff we've listened to before, like the combination of like a solo harp line.
Hey, that's a good transition.
Cadenza.
It's an ostinato.
It is a cadenza, actually. That's so cool. I like this song more because she brings in the harp. It's like a separate entity, and I like that.
I also like the melody. It's really pretty. She has a very nice voice.
I love like the interwoven strings, her voice, and then background voices.
I wouldn't necessarily call this a bossa nova. I feel like some of the rhythms that she takes, and maybe some of her harmonic choices, you can hear a resemblance, but like...
Well, the guitar.
Yeah, but even the guitar, like he's kind of like, or she, whoever's playing guitar, is kind of alluding to that rhythm, but not actually playing it verbatim.
Right.
Which is kind of nice. Like, it's nice to be influenced by something and then have your own spin on it, in my opinion. So. That slap was in time. That's cool.
Like, there's so much syncopation going on, but I don't even necessarily feel them as syncopations because of how placidly and calmly she's singing them. It's interesting.
I love that. I love that noise. When she hits the harp. I love that. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
My sweet my spring.
Ooh, nice. Harmonic.
The thing that she does best is the harp playing within it. I think that's like by far the most interesting thing. Not to be mean, but just because it's like so unique and it's like interesting like every single time. Like I want to hear it. I'm surprised. Like the places she could go are super interesting.
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to hear what else she has to do.
Yeah.
when the strings come in, it just kind of sounds like time is like literally just like this long line of just like undefined. I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes it really hard to like grapple onto on the ear. It's kind of just like stuff. It's just like coming left, right.
It was almost like the melody started at the beginning of the song and then it ended at the end of the song. Like when does it land? When does it repeat? There's definitely something to be said for including unique elements in each part of your song, but at the same time, formal organization is very important, and it felt a little bit like, while some elements did come back, it didn't feel like, okay, now there's this part. The ear is trained to hear those things, and when they don't get it, it's hard to listen comfortably. And I feel like that was what was missing from this. Maybe a little bit less, actually, in the song that we did prior. I feel like this had more interesting elements. I thought that this was just missing, like, harmonic checkpoints, more or less, and also low frequencies.
I feel like this is why I like her so much, is because I can hear this, like, that she's had some sort of training on her instrument and is probably informed about the music that she made. And
she has musical opinions.
Plays. Yeah, exactly.
And, like, she has artistry.
Okay, great. So I have a fun fact to tell you.
Yes.
So SoJeong is actually a student here. She's a first-year master's student.
What?
She's an Eastman student.
Wait a minute, what?
What? Wait,
Wait,
what?
are you serious?
Wait.
That's legit, man.
What? No, stop.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Wow, man, how do you have time to do this? How do you have time to do this? I'm stunned. Stop it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Cool.
There you go.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why we think she's good.
Yeah.
Because she is. Okay, so out of the 6, your favorite was the IU one?
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite out of there.
The Oblivion, and the Lidong, Marry Me are like, I think the best.
It was Obliviate, and
So
then
pleasant.
probably the other one. The one. Oh, what was the
lighthearted one?
the super lighthearted one?
That's
with
what
the-
I was gonna
the
say.
ba-ba.
Ba-ba-da-ba, Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis.
Oh, I remember this. I remember this.
Yeah, this song. I liked it a lot.
We're coming.
Yeah, I really like this one.
So I've been listening to Jarod music recently. It's Brazilian, like jazz influenced music. You know, you can very much tell that they're all sitting in the same room, like playing with each other, less manufactured, and I kind of enjoy that raw aspect to it. And so similarly, I really enjoyed SoJeong. Yes.
I'm gonna remember the harvest the most.
Yeah.
My first thought went back to the second one that we heard.
I liked Moon on a Rainbow best just because, like, I don't know, I really like hearing instruments in a different context. So I think that's real interesting.
Hello everyone, I'm Umu React to K channel creator, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed or learned something from it. If you'd like to support us or help React to K grow, you can do so by visiting our Patreon and help us out by pledging any amount you can. Till next time.